luy yaaxalaate.
amin yal na yàlla nangu ñaan yëpp su ko defee moon ña ñu bàyyi la nga nuyoo ñi nga xamante ñoom ñoo ànd ak ñun jamono ji waaw
jërëjëf Amadou jërëjëf mbokk yi nga xam ne si jamono bi jotee ñoom ñëpp ñu ngi taal seen télévision wala si ni ñu mën a def daal dañuy seetaan ñu ngi leen di nuyu fu ñu mënta nekk si réew mi ak si bitim réew di leen wax mbaa jàmm ngeen fanaan te yàlla nañ ko yendu di nuyu yaay Mohamed di la nuyu yow tam di wax ne mbokk yi dellusiwaat nañ fi rek comme ni ñu ko dee baaxoo di defee di ànd ak yéen si xibaar yi si biir réew mi ak si bitim réew te tey dinañ leen xaw a demal ba si nu mu tudd boole la wala frontière.
frontière bu la neex rek.
waaw wala frontière.
exactly
wala ba si diggaaloo Gambie ak Sénégal.
waaw ñu
indil leen fa tam lu nga xam ne mu ngi faa xew.
tolluwaay bi
waaw tolluwaay bi.
incha allah
waaw xibaar yi wér te wóor.
waaw ci tàng-tàng bi lañ koy indee comme na ko waxee rek.
curaa gerte bi lañ day ñor si sujeer bi.
incha allah
yekk ko si sujeer bi si bool bi.
yekkal ko gars
ci sow yekkal
waaw comme moom mooy saaf.
amul tàngal ceeb amul tàngal lu bees pex.
su ko defee mu ngi noonu mbokk yi comme ni ngeen ko déggee incha allah noonu lay demee si suñuy xibaar dañ ci indi li nga xamante ne mooy suñ team bi jamono ji xam ngeen ne bés bu ne ñu ngi ci biti ñu seet tolluwaay bi ci réew mi tey nag ñu ngi dem ci booda bi diggante Gambie ak Sénégal fale ci Jiboro ci léegi-léegi ñu jokkoo ak ñoom waxtaan ak ñoom seet tolluwaay bi foofu réew yi jamono ji ku ne daa ngi tëj sa booda dem ak dëkk bi ñu xaal koo wàññi loolu nañ ci ñëw ci léegi-léegi leneen nañ ci wax tamit ci yenn driver yi nga xamante ne jamono ji ñu ngi ci kanami yoon su ko defee loolu tamit fale ci Kanifing Magistrate Court am na li nga xamante ne war na fa ci dellusiwaat ci leneen ak leneen ci xibaar ci li nga xamante ne mooy si studio story si waaye tamit xam ngeen ne nañ ci toftal li nga xamante ne mooy suñ newspaper review bi loolu ci kanam tuuti incha allah lépp ci Good Morning Africa fii ci Africa TV su ko defee mbégte lay doon saa su ne ñu dalalaat leen ci li nga xamante ne mooy ci programme bi gannaaw bu ñu leen nuyoo su ko defee noonu la ñoo def rek daal di dugga nag ci biir programme bi well viewers wherever you might be watching once again is another warm welcome to the program, of course, that is Good Morning Africa live here on iAfrica TV, and it's good to be back again on Thursday, the 9th of April 2020. Now, of course, we will start with our first story this morning. Of course, as we continue to look at situation in the country with regards to the impact of COVID-19. Now, following the outbreak of the coronavirus global pandemic, efforts are being made to prevent movement of people from one country to another. Jiboro is one of the 9 formal entry points to Gambia from Senegal. In addition to the security installation there, a functional health post is available for the management of possible cases of the COVID-19, while Africa Ibrahim Abba is on Jiboro entry point in the West Coast region. And of course, I'm glad to say he's now on the line. Many thanks once again, Ibrahima, for of course coming through on the line. Now, what does the border closure mean on this spot?
Yeah, like you rightly mentioned that this is Jiboro border point, which is one among the 9 formal entry points to the Gambia from Senegal. So it took about 7 to 10 minutes from the main Johnson in Mandinaba, all in West Coast region. So if I tell you what we observe, what I observe on the road is like the road is virtually empty. And this is the point where somebody will either get into the Gambia or got into Senegal. So behind me, you could see clearly that the barricade is actively put down. So this means that there is no formal entry. So we've seen some trucks parked around the roadside and police installations are seated at their various locations. So shops are virtually closed. And I mean, this signifies that the border is indeed closed. So definitely at Jiboro here, which used to be a very, very busy time, very busy place, active place, is a point of entry to people going from Gambia to Senegal or Senegal to Gambia. Is not the usual Jiboro we knew about.
Well, what is the security saying as to the movement of people and services?
as you can see, we are right now stationed right in front of the security installations. You have the immigration, you have the drug enforcement offices, you also have the police station, and all these security installations are in my left-hand side. The other side is more of shops, which is only few consumer shops operating. So we attempted to speak to the security to tell us exactly what is the enforcement like, what is immigration and movement of people like. But the immigration chiefs and, of course, the police on the ground, understand the norm that journalists, only speak to the PRO, or security do not speak to the journalists. They will refer you to the PRO or to the senior commissioners who we didn't arrange to speak to. So what they could tell us is like, go ahead, you describe what you have to say, but we are not able to say anything as far as our senior officials. We are not consulted as to your coming. And iAfrica, we didn't have much time to prepare all these things. This is an extraordinary situation. Extraordinary situation, the health ministry will say, requires extraordinary time. And of course, the movement of iAfrica OB1 is extraordinary. So to have all these formalities done is definitely not an easy one. But the beautiful thing is about we are allowed to continue and broadcast even on the heart of the border here, which is definitely showing the pictures of what the reality is on the ground.
Well, that's quite very interesting as you are trying to describe that. Now, is there any other portable entry points apart from the place where you have the security?
Yeah, this is a very major concern that, is being talked about even at the National Assembly. The one parliamentarian member for Tumana said that we know the borders are closed, but Gambia and Senegal borders are porous. This is repeatedly said. And so people could enter informally into the country. So you understand also in the previous press conferences with the Minister of Health, he said that, we asked him as to what are you doing to make sure that the enforcement of people entering is banned. He said, the borders are porous. You can find villages or communities in this country where the home is in Gambia and the backyard is in Senegal, or one part of the home is in Senegal, the other part is in Gambia. So this makes it extremely difficult. But the arrangement at the Ministry of Health is to enlighten people, to inform people, sensitize the community, and tell them as to the merits of allowing people in or out of the country without going through the formal channels. As you know, even Senegalese sometimes were, spotted on the sea to be coming to the Gambia, who were, compulsory quarantine by the Ministry of Health. So this is to tell you that entry points are so many, but this is just one of the 9 formal ones.
Well, that will lead me to ask, how would cases of informal entry be handled then?
Yeah, so therefore, when we visited the health post, there is a health post here. During the Ebola time in 2012, there was a health post. So today we are fortunate to talk to access one of the public health officials responsible for the management of cases here. So this is Bakari Manga, who is a public health officer. I will just quickly speak to him. But Manga, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
So Manga will tell us now as to how our case is managed. Could you talk to us about that?
Yes. Here, first of all, since we started working here, we have never seen any suspected cases here. So what we normally do, we have the hand washing basin, whereby whenever the travelers come, they normally wash their hands, and we also screen them. So what we used to do, if we see that one of the travelers, his temperature is high, is above 37 or 38 and above, we normally segregate you, or you separate you from others. We take you to our holding center. From there is where we normally do our necessary screening. So if we see that if we see that we suspect some of the signs and symptoms that manifest or that meet the case definition of COVID-19, we just call 1025 for further clarification.
So you talk about the holding center. So this center, what is the infrastructure or the facilities available there?
Okay. As of now, the protective the PPEs that we normally have here, we have the gloves, we have the nose mask, the hand sanitizer, And we also have the infrared thermometer. That's the one we use to screen people to know their temperature, the level of their temperature. Yeah, and we also have chlorine, whereby if you put water on the tank here, we use the chlorine to mix it. So people used to wash their hand through that chlorine water.
What is the staffing like at your center here?
The staffing here, you can I see we are in 4 in numbers as public health officers. One of our colleagues is on this contact tracing, and the other one today is not on duties. So we are 2, I and Nicholas Jata. So we normally have a shift. Yeah, we normally have a shift.
Okay, that takes me to Nicholas Jata, who is also a public health officer. Maybe we ask Nicola, what is the public reaction to your work and to you as health officials on the ground here?
All right, thank you very much. The public reaction to us, our work is very, very important. They have acknowledged us and they thank us for what we are doing. Sometimes they normally even call us to come and see. Anyway, if we have some chlorine, can you please hire us? We have some community. Most of them they have these basins, but they lack of chlorine. So most of the time we collect some from our office and then pass them there. So they really appreciate what we are doing. They even thank us for what we are doing.
Yeah, what is the supply of sanitary materials and chlorine, since the community is also looking up to you to have some of it?
Anyway, our first arrival here, we have enough. So still now we still have balances here that is in our office. So we normally supply them with this chlorine and then nose masks and others. But as of now, there is shortage of nose masks and gloves. So we told them anyway, we are directly in contact with the travelers. So we normally ski them. So the little that we have, we would like to use them. But any that you have, you can call us or you can call 1025.
So, and then so far, what is the pressure on the cases that you managing? We know Jiboro is a border village, and then the likelihood of people crisscrossing the border is very high. So, is there any pressure on your office?
Then before there was a pressure. Then the borders were not closed. People were moving in and out. But as of now, since the border has been closed, we only have few people crossing. Those are the people that are normally using the porous roads. So most of the time, the police and the immigration officers do patrol. So as of now, there is minimal movement.
Yeah, so I get back to Bakari. You are head of the unit as of today because you were the senior on the ground. We know that the ministry and health workers on the front it has been advocated for them to get some, benefits and then some packages. So what is this a lucrative job for the meantime?
Yeah, it's a lucrative job for the meantime.
Where you've been paid extra for facing the risk on these border posts?
No, as of now, we are not paid anything. As of now, I can say that we are doing a voluntary job. Because this is our job. We should not wait for people to tell us that do this from there, we'll pay you. Yeah, this is what we work for, and this is what we swear for to the government that we will do our best to work and save our life and the life of our people.
Yeah. Psychologically, how is working on the border post feels like?
It's for me, it's somehow minimal that. Yes, because if you look at if you want for someone to work extra hard, you have to motivate that individual. You understand? In that one, even if it's not like a money issue also, just give the person the courage so that that person will work effectively.
Okay, Nicholas, just lastly, are you comfortable working on the border? Many people wouldn't want to come to a border zone because if you're in the country, they are inside the country will be a challenge. So psychologically, are you able to sleep? What do you think when you feel you are posted here, not much resources?
When I was fully posted here, definitely I was totally discouraged. Because then when I came here, I said, then before Ebola time, I have worked almost for 3 months. But because of my experience, that's why they brought me here. Anyway, then before the experience that I have gathered from Ebola, that also added onto me based on this COVID-19 screen. So that one have not put much pressure onto me.
So these are 2 gentlemen among 4, total number of 4 who are posted at Jibora border post to take care of, cases or possible cases of the coronavirus. In fact, the center they are occupying is a holding center. They do a lot of things like that. So now the question still remains: what are the benefits for these kinds of health workers who are taking the risk to be on the ground? Also the materials that they need to do their job. We've got from Nicola saying that even the community counts on them, because in a typical Gambian community, they always look up to a civil servant in the area for a bailout. So these are the questions. We know that more donation and more investment is being planned for the Gambia. In fact, the one that is brought in from China by the Jack Ma Foundation, in terms of materials, we cannot ascertain as how much is already in a center which is right behind me there. But what we can report right now is that the border in Jiboro here is definitely shut, but that doesn't stop the movement of people. As the day goes by, you can see people, and in front of me, which you, the viewers, might not be fortunate to see, is more people crisscrossing the road. So these are typically in Gambia, but what happens behind me, that is the border after the barricade, only God maybe know. Thank you for that following for us. In the meantime.
Just last one before you go. You are just trying to describe on the movement of people down there. I just wanted to know whether you have spoken to a few of them. How are they trying to cope with the situation? It's generally a very different environment.
So this is an extraordinary situation, I quote again. And when we come closer to people, they stare at us. So even the security to convince them, to have a little chat to convince them that we are from iAfrica. If not the OB1 level, it would have been difficult. So I think people are not very much open up and then the social distancing, when they see somebody, they are not aware. But a few people told us, this coronavirus, definitely they express remorse. You see it in their faces. So they are hoping that more could be done, that they worry about the public is worried about, complaining as to why must they be locked down. They understand the severity of the disease, but at least to be locked down, your normal life is not going on. So your shops are being closed, centers are being closed. These are avenues where people earn income, so the rhythm of complaint is still active. So much so that it is difficult to see what they are demanding from government other than just let the lockdown stop.
All right. Thank you very much, Ibrahim Abba, of course, senior editor and correspondent of Africa, for updating us on the situation at Jiboro border point.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very energized, Ibrahim Abba there speaking. Of course, thank you very much once again for that great update there. Of course, describing the situation on the ground, as you have just heard from him, and quite a very different environment and situation, whatever. Yes, Munyang mu ngi noonu ak Mariam, comme ni ngeen ko déggee ci presse, wax na gis ngeen tamit images yi ak yooyu foofu nu mel. Tëj nañ border bi ak yooyu, dem ak dëkk bi moom wàññeeku na, waaye nekkul ne karek lañ ko def comme noo ko waxee léegi nga am ci ñi nga xamante ne foog ñu def seen dexantu ak loolu. Lan nga mun a jàpp ci lim indi ci leeral si situation bi nu mel foofu?
Waaw, am na solo, waaye gis nañ ko dem, gis nañ def nañ barrière. Karnaadi sax. waaw xam naa maa nga def na pexe ba loolu génn. gis ñi log ko, waaye xam nga mun nga tëj loolu moom wane na tëj na. bot nit yi nag ndax ñoom dinañ tëju, loolu mooy problème bi. parce que naa nu mu tëjee noonu terewul nit moom mun na dem fu mu bugg a dem ñëwaat, waaye comme moto yeeg yooyu noonu moom daf fi ne lii si luñ gis ni nekk nur na lu nga xam ne moom tëj na already. waaw so loolu moom Jiboro moom seen bés leer na daf fi ne lii leen nag dafa des nag léegi si nit yi seen boppa te foofu tam dafa mel ni nit yaa ngi si biir because few people ñoo nekk di cross si gannaaw Ibrahima di dem ak ñëw. so dafa mel ni ñoom tam ñu ngi comply lu nga xam ne ni moom la government bi joxee di ñu stay at home. ñoom it waxee nag seen income moom itam comme ni ko Ibrahima waxee si mu jëntali kàddoom dafa mel ni ñu bëri ñu ngay joytu comme ni ko Komba fii di joytoo ñoom itam because am na ñi nga xam ne foofu la amoon bitik di jaay ñi nga xam ne ñu ngay jógee Sénégal di ñoom even di security themselves ñoom si seen bopp sax dinañ feel loolu because ku
xam yoon bi da nga xam ne foofu daf doon busy ku fay jaar yu bëri da ngay gis ne business bi léegi def day xala bëri nit ñi dañ dee dajaloo ak yooyu waaye dafay gis ne système bi yëpp a change so mu ngi laa wax ne boo bëggee wax ak ni sax daf lay xoolaat di la bàyyi xel balaa nga koo jege ak yooyu so loolu yëpp ñu ngi koo bàyyi xel da nga gis ne beneen système la ñoo dunda jamono ji.
am na solo di jaajëfal tam ñi nga xam ne ñoo fa toog di yëngatu si mbirum health. muy ñaari ndaw yooyu noonu. ñu ngi leen di jaajëfal parce que ñu ngi def liggéey bu am solo ak coordinateur ni ñu ko waxee. si loo xam ne ni daanaka seen volontariat nga yu bëri jógee gut si ministre yi dem àggagu si ñoom waaye ñu terewul ñu ngi xaar seen bopp di xaaraale tam askan bi. loolu nekk na lu am solo te loolu doomu réew bi nekk te war na mun a taxawee noonu. leen bu dimbal ñëwee fekk leen fa tam. fekk ñoom ñu ngi woon ci kawam waaye tam ñu ngee ñaan tam because ñu mel noonu aajoo nañ ko ñoom itam soxla leen ndimbal bi pour ñu gën a mën a taxaw askan bu fa nekk leen gën a seet.
Mariam just quickly lan nga ci mën a indi ci luñ déggee ci presse.
waaw lii moom sant yàlla la because comme nit ñi dafa mel ni waa OPSA ñoo gën a jël li seriously dan ñu nekk ci urban area si so which means it's a positive sign ne comme rural people yi nga xam ne ñoo nekk ci border bi because foofu la spread bi di gën a bari ñoom ñu ngi take precautions so it's a wonderful move daal from the people of the rural area.
all right mu ngi noonu gis ngeen situation bi nu mel foofu ci Jiboro border bi diggante Gambie ak Sénégal su ko defee li nga xamante ne mooy loolu te tamit xam nga ne léegi border yu mel noonu gis nga gaa yaa ngi noonu ci borom rayda yi ñu ngi taxaw fii boo fi ñëwee léegi rayda yi ñoo la dee jël.
lii moom tëj nañ ko de.
waaw waaye
nee na karaj de wala.
karaj nag caabi baa ngi noonu di kanaar gi nga gaa ngi taxaw ci beneen boor bi. léegi moom xanaa su fekkee am na ku xalaat lifin rek fekk si leen ñu foofu ñu mun laa yeb si rayda bi yóbbu la. so ñooñu si biir Sénégal lañ nekkee noonu. gaa ngi noonu ci biir Gambie gis nga Gambie ak Sénégal lu ñoo wax.
waaw Jiboro moom si Gambie la.
waaw
den fanaa police station yëpp ñu ngi fa dama xamul ndax Sénégal loolu laa bëggoon a laajte. ndax Sénégal tam am nañ fa lu mel ni.
non Sénégal moom da ngay waaw Sénégal moom da ngay dem ba si kanam ñoom foofu la seen gaay foofu lañ nekk déedéet du Kafunti fàtte naa Sileti ñoom Sileti lañ am seen waaw ñoom foofu lañ am seen check point si waaye Jibora moom Gambie foofu nga am immigration bi police bi foofu la ñoo checké yëpp soo jógee waaw
leer na because bi staba bi mu doon wax yaa ngi gis police immigration jaar na gannaaw
waaw exactement
laa woon ne ba pare ñu bëri daal si service bi
soo jógee Gambie foofu ngay jaar balaa nga mu ngi noonu foofu moom moo nekk li nga xamante ne mooy immigration bi waaw ñoom fii ngay dem ñu liggéey balaa ngay dugg ci biir Gambie fu mu nekk ni xam naa ñoom ñoo jël dëggal yu mel ni dëkk bi diggante réew ak réew ko tëj because lii mooy yaatal li nga xamante ne mooy coronavirus bi lii moo koy yóbbu gannaaw di ko lawal daal soo buñ defee jéego yu mel ni nekkul ne bul sonal nit ñi ne waaye pour aar nit ñi la tamit xam nañ ne lii dana affect of course activities nit ñi seen business ak yi Jibora fii ñeneen ñi tamit dañ lay yóbbu ba si